Coming up on this edition of Rock 11 Now Weekly, Rockville joins the Maryland Municipal League in their efforts to get legislators to give back funds to help fix local roads.
Plus, the city's Forestry Department and the University of Maryland are working together to stop the emerald ash borer from killing our trees. We'll tell you how.
And we'll tell you about a special event that's happening for Library Lovers Month. More news, more often, right now. This is Rock 11 Now Weekly, so let's get into it.
For almost a decade, the gas taxes you paid at the pump have primarily been used to fix state roads and not local city and town roads. That money, called the highway user revenue, was intended for road maintenance of Maryland's 157 municipalities and towns, which includes Rockville.
We also are required to maintain our roads, service our potholes, sidewalks, all of those things. You know, local roads are the most used roads, and they're used by not just people going to work or school, but our fire and rescue, our police, everybody. So we've really been struggling as municipalities, and for 8 years, for the Maryland Municipal League, restoration of highway user revenues has been our #1 priority.
In 2010, the state reduced the highway user revenues by 90% for most jurisdictions. That's over $365 million. That's why the Maryland Municipal League, or MML, on behalf of those 157 municipalities and towns, will ask legislators during the General Assembly in Annapolis to support the Highway Restoration Bill to give back local transportation funds.
For cities like Rockville, where we have 102 bridges, long span, short span, and pedestrian, you know, it's critical that we have those funds that our residents have already contributed to the state coffers. We need those back so that we can maintain the safety and surety of our roads and bridges.
You can help MML's work to restore highway user revenue. Just head to mdmunicipal.org/HUR for more information.
Rockville has a long-standing history of dealing with the emerald ash borer, destroying ash trees in our community. City Forester Wayne Knoll has seen firsthand the devastation that this insect has caused.
The population level of the emerald ash borer in Rockville is peaking right now, and we're removing ash trees by the dozens all over the city, in our parks, and all along our streets. So I removed several trees on the street last year, and we're also in here removing about 25 more today, kind of removing them as the insect pest kills the trees. We're removing them.
They crawl around underneath the bark, feeding on the sugars and starches that are under the bark.
The emerald ash borer entered the United States in the early 2000s in Michigan and made its way east shortly after.
Actually, there was a shipment of plants that came from Michigan, even though they knew this pest was present. You know, they actually quarantined ash trees, but a shipment of illegally shipped ash trees came to Maryland in the late 2000s, and here we are. It's starting to spread throughout all of Maryland, and like I said, all the entire eastern half of the United States.
And to prevent further spreading of the pest, Rockville has been working with the University of Maryland and the Department of Agriculture using a unique method to get rid of the emerald ash borer, another type of insect.
They're called parasitoid wasps that attacked emerald ash borer where it's native, so in Asia. And we're looking at trying to release those here in Maryland, and in the hopes that, much like they do in Asia, they will attack the beetle here and help control the population levels.
It sounds weird, but it's actually a natural process that doesn't harm the environment in any way. But it could take several years for the effects to be seen on a larger scale.
So in order to raise these parasitoid wasps, they need a host to attack. So we get these chunks of wood that have already been attacked by emerald ash borer, rear the beetles out, and then have them lay eggs in the lab. The eggs hatch into larvae, and it's actually those larvae that those parasitoid wasps attack.
The city is also donating the wood from fallen trees to study the effects of this process.
But hopefully this study will show that parasites can help at least keep the population level in check, and maybe we won't be losing the trees as fast as we thought they might be losing them.
Even though we're losing some ash trees, the city is planting other tree varieties in the neighborhoods that have been affected. To learn more about trees in Rockville and the city's forestry department, head to rockvillemd.gov/trees. For Rock 11 Now Weekly, I'm Tony Playa.
Do you know someone who has contributed to Rockville's environmental health and sustainability? If so, you should nominate them for the City of Rockville's Environmental Excellence Awards. The Environment Commission will review the nomination and then send their recommendations to the Mayor and Council, who will present the awards during Earth Month in April. Head to rockvillemd.gov/environment/awards for a complete list of categories, application, and more information. Or you can call 240-314-8870. Coming up, find out how you can celebrate Library Lovers Month in February in downtown Rockville. Right after this. February is Library Lovers Month, and the Rockville chapter of Friends of the Library is celebrating by holding a book sale in the atrium of the Rockville Memorial Library, right in the heart of Rockville Town Square. It's a great way to share your love of reading, and even a great gift idea for Valentine's Day. It happens on February 3rd from 1 till 5 p.m., and most of the books will be $1 or less. All proceeds go to support the Rockville Memorial Library. There will even be a special program for babies, toddlers, preschoolers, and kindergartners beginning at 2 p.m. that will include storytelling and music. For more information on the book sale, call 240-777-0020. That's going to do it for this edition of Rock 11 Now Weekly. Remember, you can check out the latest happenings on our online newsletter at rockvillereports.com. And join in the conversation and check out our post by signing up for Nextdoor at nextdoor.com. And keep up with Rockville 11 by subscribing to our City of Rockville YouTube channel. And you can follow us on Twitter at Rockville 11, on Instagram at RockvilleMD, and like us on Facebook. For the entire Rock 11 Now Weekly team, I'm Craig Buchanan. Until next week, Rockville.